Greetings, Crusaders! Today we're going to talk about the defensive stats in Eternal Crusade so you can make the best choices when it comes to picking what chest piece, war gear, and trinkets you want in your loadout. First, we're going to talk about armor. Armor is very simple. It is the same bar that is usually called shield in other shooters. It protects your health and it regenerates over time. It's extremely valuable if you plan on having a slow and steady approach, like for example engaging the enemy from afar behind a cover, or if you're using a hit and run tactic. The time it takes for armor to regenerate itself after you've been hit depends on the kind of chest piece you have equipped. It varies from 6 seconds for most pieces of armor to 5 seconds for the top tier. This value can be decreased by trinkets and war gears that have the armor regen delay stat on them. It's worth noting that the chest piece will also set the amount of armor you regenerate each second once the regeneration is triggered. And each faction usually have different value on their armor, but currently there is no way to modify it by equipping trinkets or war gear, so you don't really have to worry about it. Then of course, we have health. Once it hits 0, you will be down, at which point you will either need someone to manually help you up, or simply heal you. If you get healed, you will get up on your own. Unlike armor, it will not regenerate automatically to 100% after a few seconds. It will, however, regenerate up to 10% if you happen to be near dead. All classes of all factions start with 200 health. The amount of health and armor you can get on trinkets and war gears varies from faction to faction and from one class to another. Now the interesting part, toughness and weapon penetration. Toughness is a stat that is used to calculate damage mitigation. Elders start with 80 toughness and the other factions start with 100 toughness. The value can be increased by chest pieces and war gears. Furthermore, toughness is modified by the penetration value of the weapon firing on you. For example, if you have 100 toughness and you're shot by a bolter which has a penetration value of 80, the amount of toughness taken into account to calculate the damage mitigation will be 100 minus 80, so 20. Currently, there is mainly 2 categories of weapons with 2 penetration values. Basically, all the weapons that aren't plasma weapons or power weapons have a penetration value of 80. So we're talking bolters, heavy bolters, shuriken catapult, pistols, chainswords, and other weapons like that. On the other side of the spectrum we have plasma and power weapons, which have a penetration of 140. Then we have a few weapons in between, very few weapons, like for example the autocannons, which is at 120, the Hawk Talon, which is at 130 I think, and the Power Fist, which is at 250. It is the only weapon to have a higher penetration value than 140. To give you an idea of how the formula works, I made a quick table with the most common toughness and penetration values. The numbers in the cells are the percentage of the damage mitigated. So the decimals don't really matter. You can just round up the numbers and it will be fine. It's just a percentage of the incoming damage that will be mitigated. So when and how to use this table? Well, it's pretty simple. Let's take my veteran loadout for example. Here I have the choice between getting this armor or getting all of those. If I drop the medpack, the grenade, and all those trinkets, then I can equip the last armor. But the question is it really worth it? What do I get out of this 10 toughness? Which is the main difference. I only gain like 5 armor and 1 second of regen delay, which doesn't really matter because I have already a halo and this reductor mid-AN, so it's already like 60% faster. So the difference is going to be like between 2.3 and I don't know, like 2.7 second or something like that. It doesn't matter much. What I get out of this relic power armor is 10 toughness. But the first thing that comes to mind is, what is that? What is 10 toughness? What does it mean to have 10 more toughness? So that's when the table comes in handy. Now you can open up the table and check what's up. So here I can see that I had 125 toughness, and if I equip the relic power armor, I'll have 135 toughness. And if I do a comparison between the two columns, yeah, it's about 4%. So that's what you get out of those 10 points of toughness. It's about 4% less damage from most weapons. That way you can tell that getting the power armor isn't really worth it compared to getting the iron halo or even the grenades and the medpack. So hopefully now you'll be able to quickly and easily make an informed decisions when it comes to choosing between different defensive items on your loadout. If I missed anything, don't hesitate to tell me in the comments. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.